Hi, Mr. President. Hey, good. Hey, look at it. He feisty. This is Mr. President here. Yeah. Orange Man President. President Orange Man. Yeah. You go. Come, get him. Go get him. Go get them bad guys. Go get him. Okay, so we're gonna freeze dry some eggs today. Y'all remember the eggs that were in the bucket, soaked in the hydrated lime? Well, we've got too many buckets already. Our hens have been laying like crazy, so every day we get anywhere between 12 to 15 eggs, and we only have 17 hens. So they've been laying like crazy. I got a bowl full of water. I just wash it first. So in here I have 30 eggs, and we are going to put it in the freeze dryer. Now it's much easier putting it in the freeze dryer this way than to put it in the pan and try to maneuver it in there without it spilling and all. But before I do that, I have here a level. I don't want it spilling. So I am going to make sure this is level. Does that look about even? Okay, I'm gonna say that's good for government work, y'all. I'm just going to pour this egg mixture and pour it into the tray. That'll make it a whole lot easier, and it won't spill all over the place. Okay, so I'm done with the eggs. Put it in the freeze dryer. Freeze drying is started. And here are the eggshells. I'm just gonna put this in the oven, let it dry out, and then crush it and feed some back to the hens. By feeding the eggshells back to the chickens, the hens, it gives them the calcium that they need, especially if those hens lay you know, on a daily basis. So they will need calcium. So instead of getting the calcium from their own bones, we give them their eggshells, which will provide the calcium for them. All right, so the eggs are done. I'm just gonna crush it a little and throw it in here in the blender. Blend it up and put it in the jar and seal it. Now, if you remember, I had 30 eggs in each tray. All right, so we're ready to blend. Let me just put this down, lock it, turn it on. I like to start at pulse first. All right. That's probably as much as I want to put in there. Leave room for the oxygen absorber. I just put that there in the top. Oops. Go ahead and put my lid on. And the rim. Now I don't need to make this very tight right now. I'm going to put it back into the freeze dryer so that I can vacuum seal it from there. Let me get the rest of the jars and I'll bring you back in. Okay, so this is, the freeze dryer is defrosted already. So I'm gonna take this out and show y'all what I do with the rack. I saw this on Phil at 4,800 feet. He gave us this idea, except for he used foil. But with the foil, we have been using foil actually, but with the foil, you know, as you take it in and out of the chamber here, the foil just kept tearing. So my husband came up with the idea of just using this sunshade. All right, so just take this out and show y'all how it's wrapped. So he's wrapped it from top to bottom, just all the way around. Okay, and it has actually decreased the hours that it takes to dry the food that we have in there. So it's a good savings actually. So let me take this out, put the jars in of the eggs so that I can so I can vacuum seal it. Okay, so I went ahead and disconnected the tray stack and went ahead and dried the inside, wiped it down with a towel. Now I'm just gonna take its own tray. I'm just gonna take one of the trays to put it in there. Now you don't need these trays if you're going to use the Mylar bags, but I will be putting some jars in here, and that will be easier for it to stand up. But I will put in one of the Mylar bags just so y'all can see it freeze again. I'm sorry, vacuum seal again. Now remember, when you use the Mylar bag, after you seal it, where your crease and the manufacturer, that's where you want to cut. You don't want to make the hole too big, but just cut enough there where the air would go in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here and plug it up and let it seal. Here, let me just put it like this. There we go. Let's close the chamber. Now come over here, just to show you. So we disconnected this line from the freeze dryer, and the plug that goes in here, we connected it to an extension cord. And so we just control it by the back. You want to make sure your valve is closed, and I don't know if y'all can see this. All right, so we're just gonna turn it on, and it's going to start vacuum sealing the jars and the Mylar bags. Now we're going to do this for about 2 minutes. You hear it kick on. There we go. Once again, come back here. There it is. Shut it off. And I'm going to open this. Okay, so the jars are sealed already. I will have to redo that Mylar bag. I think I made the hole too big. So what I'm gonna do is just reseal it and snip it on the other side. Okay, y'all, so I made that hole too big. So I went ahead and sealed it back up. Twice the seal, extra protection. All right, so I'm gonna snip it right here, right between the manufacturer seal here and my seal. So you want to make the snip as small as possible. Ooh, I believe that's perfect now. All right, I'm gonna put this back in the freeze dryer so it can vacuum, and we'll see it go.
Ready?
Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes now. We're gonna go ahead and shut it off. Open the valve. And there's the magic. Nice. Nicely vacuumed. Okay, perfect. Now let's just open this up, grab this out, and go ahead and reseal it. Double seal, double seal. Perfect. There you go. Vacuumed and ready for storage. Perfect. And here are the 4 jars of eggs that we did just before this one here, and it's not okay. So, and here are the 4 jars of eggs that we just vacuum sealed in the freeze dryer, and you can tell it's sealed already. It's not popping up. Here's the Mylar bag, and these are ready for storage. Now, y'all, we just did 150 eggs. Okay, so for a comparison, all right, y'all, now this is 2 days worth of eggs. Let me just remove the 3 on the top, but here we go. This is just 2 days worth of eggs that the hens have been laying. So this tray here, this is 30 eggs right here. And 30 eggs fit into this 1 jar, 1 quart jar.